Right, okay.
Further abuse is not okay, Malsham.
Oh, it doesn't let you read it out, does it? Okay. When yet another star shower manifests over Northrend, the warriors of darkness find themselves under attack from mysterious spectral foes, who by all appearances are being summoned forth with the self-same magic as the Crystal Exarch employs. A magic that should lie beyond even the Ascian's ken. Seeking to take the battle away from innocent civilians, the heroes flee from Yormor in an airship setting course for the Crystarium. Very good. Right. You trying to get in the picture? You can do it, Leaky.
I'll stop. Oh no, I was just being a twat.
Right. Oh, I need to actually choose.
You, Lynchy.
Oh, I must leave your party. Sorry, I gotta actually leave our group party.
Yes,
Right.
you better leave. You can't join.
Who should I bring? Banquet obviously has to come because he's the only tank there is. So
I wish you had like more choices of like random NPCs. Like bring Hoary Boulder,
in the first.
bring whatever her name is, Orlena Cockburn or whatever it is from Western Sun.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember who I
If you
took.
bring Thancred, it's best to bring Ring, because otherwise he doesn't get access to his full kit. Because he can't use magic, so he relies on Ring to do it for him.
Oh, does he? I didn't know that. Okay, I'll bring. Yeah, because it might be our last time playing with Reen, so I'll bring Reen.
I'm so short I can't even get on your camera up here.
Well, I'm here just like, yep, hello.
Here we go.
I'm so massive. Enjoy.
Good luck.
Right, I'm gonna go leave and do an alliance while he's
It's
doing
going to be.
I'll join you for that.
that. Okay, I don't know what Hellside's doing.
Oh boy.
Alliance Road Rep?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, because I can get level 52 then in my bard.
Oh!
It'd be a crystal fucking tower one.
Okay, so immediately a dragoon appeared and destroyed the airship.
Yep.
Estinian, please.
He's not a warrior of light. This is the nature of
Entire dungeon
Quest
takes about 2.5 hours.
I mean, we're going for all our favourite locations, right? We're going to go through Amarang, then Kalusia.
We just came from Kalusia.
Oh yeah, we didn't reach it.
Fucking hell.
I haven't the faintest idea what you're doing. You better move on. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I got Doom, very good.
Oh, Thancred, you mind appearing? Where the fuck have you gone,
Fuck's sake.
Thancred? Where is everyone gone?
I couldn't get Doom off myself because everyone kept taking the thing.
I'm gonna die! Wow. Where did everyone go? Bingo?
I'll raise your foot, Lynchy.
Thank you.
Well, we've learned our lesson, Thancred. Like, you follow me. You don't just leave me behind.
Fang was like, I can probably take care of this.
Pretty cool that these spectral warriors of light are using their respective moves.
You should keep an eye out for an
Yeah, look around in this duty, for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely in Amarang right now.
Well, it's not just that, but look around for, you know, you're kind of fighting sort of ghostly spirits, as it were.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Speaking of first boss, here we go.
Oh god, I'm really running in there. I'm not paying attention. Brat.
Spectral thief. Who are you? Are you someone I know?
More of Grandpa Maelstrom's memories from this place.
The
I remember everyone had PTSD from this boss in the previous tier because it killed loads of people, and then when you got into this bit and went, why is it here? No!
Hey, it's like, oh no.
The guy we've seen before? Are we gonna fight Grey Wall here too? And what the other guy's name? What is even happening right now? Also, I might turn the BGM a little bit because it's very quiet right now.
Oh, well, this party's over. We let one of the ads spawn.
Oh shit.
It's really going that bad. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not exactly
I don't think our tank is doing anything because in the first part of that fight they had literally 0 HP on the boss before the
Am I in the wrong place? Oh, I am.
storm.
Yeah, they're literally taking the
That
fact
was a very ambitious jump. Wow.
they're taking the literal role as like, oh, like speed tank is the main tank, so it's literal fucking thing, and not actually doing anything. It's like you still have to fight. Do some DPS for fuck's sake.
See, back in the original Crystal Tower, like the first
Back
tier,
in my day.
I think I was saying this before, the behemoth fight, because there were 6 tanks, literally 4 of the tanks just stood on the towers and turned them off. That was all you did. You didn't even fight anything.
Well,
I
so that
know
kind of
how that
makes
works
sense
now.
when you have to do mechanics.
You used to sit and like talk to the other tanks. That was what I used to do in Crystal Tower. But how you guys doing? Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, tower's on. Turn it off.
So this guy is his main gimmick is he does a more duplication thing that sucks. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I'm fine. I fucked him out for that a little bit.
My friend used to play on the PlayStation 3 version. And we were in that behemoth fight in Crystal Tower, and what was happening on their screen was like about 2.5 minutes behind what was happening on my screen. And they kept dying to the meteors
Oh,
because they couldn't see
That's
them.
real bad. Yeah, that's
I
real
was
bad.
like, oh my god. And I know this because they were playing next to me. They were playing on the PlayStation 3 next to me.
Hang on, here we go, mate. Hang quick.
it was yeah, someone called it ultimate floor tank.
There we go. Done. One down. Oh, it's VRL. When will you learn to call your oh, teleportating.
You've
What
got
did you call him? Or her, rather?
VRL.
feel.
That's the name.
My name's Earl.
Oh, I was right. We are going to ill Meg.
We're all just still stood on that stack. Like, is it going to go off?
It does worry
Wait,
me
does
staying on for a
actually-
bit longer.
Well, it can be because there's no castle. There's no Robert. Somewhere else. Oops.
I feel like that she just complains constantly that you don't ask her for help enough.
Yeah, she
Why
does
the
complain a lot.
fuck did you not call me for help? Constantly. That's what she does.
She does at the end of Dragon Reviews, which is like,
She gets so angry.
Yeah, it's like with
I'm
the
in-
Mount
I'm gonna
stuff.
say something that only Furby and Hellscypher are gonna understand here, but Stola should come to this place.
yeah,
Soulless what?
you should obviously
Said Stola should come here.
Oh, okay.
Come where?
Actually, Furby won't understand because he's not in here, but
Lord Darkness?
yeah, I think she'd like it.
Oh, I got lucky there.
Yep, you sure did. So I was literally going, is he going to make it across to me? Is he going to get...
I like the Crystal Tower being in the background right now. It's cool. Oh, it's a far as well.
And we're in there. We can say hello. We can wave to you from the top.
Yeah, do it. Oh, it really feels like
That's
there's like
me and one other guy up here.
how much stuff can we cram into our final dungeon for Shadowbringers main stuff?
Who's this Aos Walt person who stood? Also, why did I just get fucking one shot?
Why
This
did you
AO
one-shot
That's
it?
the boss. That's what
Is
he's
this Aos Wald person or whatever who stood on the outside doing nothing?
I have noticed that Veen does less damage overall than a lot of the other DPS in the trusts.
She's precious. And you must use that always.
So it's good for the melee limit break.
Yeah, but she hasn't used it yet. He just kind of lets it be there, like, I could use it, but I'm not going to.
Something I like
Is it
about
him?
the trusts is they do seem to have like a personality to some degree, I swear. Because if I take Alizé and like Estinian or Reen or someone
Is no
or
one
whatever,
getting the fucking
Did he?
chains?
it's like it basically just goes fuck you.
Well, what do you?
I'm
What
using
did
it.
you
I'm
say?
Alizé.
He meant Banquid.
No, to be honest, I don't even think that's a fucking big spoiler. Estinian. Fuck it.
Okay.
Oh my lord!
He's part of the Scion. That's not that weird.
I mean, he's not, but that's cool. I'm excited for that now.
I'd say you like Estinian though, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you take them with a melee limit break, and then Alizé will just go, I'm using it. And it's like, okay, thanks, Alizé.
Yeah,
Cheers.
she tends to use it quite a lot.
So, appreciate that.
Why is no one getting the chains? I'm very upset by this.
But
No,
there's
no,
another,
we should be on Ad's team.
there's another good instance of that in the dungeon in this area actually, where you have the boss that does like a balance beam attack where you need to run across a beam, and when you take Reen with you, she just kind of slowly walks across it because she's trying to mind her step, and it's really adorable.
I like that. It is very cute.
A lot of them have dialogue as well, optional based on who. That's when I trained there.
Right, oh my god.
Meanwhile, you
so-
get human companions when we did that, going through it, like playing at the same time, and our healer, which was Neil, found out that he could rescue us on that bit, and made good use of it.
That's really funny.
When I went through it, I had a healer try and, because I failed the first time, so the healer tried to help me, quote unquote, because they were new to the dungeon by rescuing me to the other side. Can't do it like
Pull your beard.
Well, I fucking died because
He did what Oyonke did to that one guy in the giant hole room, just rescued him into like the hole.
It was like my PvP
Oh,
special.
who's this guy?
This is a fucking nightmare.
Also, this is taking a
Spectral
while compared to other trusts. This is a bit really long.
They all roughly take about 25 to 30 minutes. I've found. They also do slightly scale based on your own DPS, so the more DPS you do, the sort of better they do.
Yeah. Like you can't just stand there and let them attack. They will just die.
Oh. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah. Do better.
Do
Get
better.
good. Get
Is anyone
good.
actually tanking this?
Right, if
Cerberus?
Yeah,
a
Alliance
Rogadon
can do it.
appears here, then I think I know what's going to happen. Okay, never mind. Spectral
What did you think was gonna
Necromancer.
Fucking hell, that was one that it should have done.
Who's this?
Well, leveled up now.
what did you think was going to happen with Rogadon?
I thought it was going to be the Warriors of Light we've encountered before, and we're going to fight them one by one. At least I'm assuming they're involved in this somehow. I don't know if they are though.
What's interesting,
Oh,
jobs that aren't actual jobs yet. It's like, I wonder if they'll ever be jobs though.
oh, I like how someone bothered to put down the alliance markers of this.
Yeah.
They're now be following the fucking things anyway. They were doing what they want.
The hyper-conductive bit or whatever when they lock you in, right? But
Yeah.
I find that, to be honest, most people figure that out. Sort of okay. You normally get enough people with each one.
Yeah. And
This
usually
might be
you
the
can
old
get it
Trintanio?
before
Is that what this is?
they die. I mean, if they even spawn, you can kill them with enough DPS.
Oh, here we go. This is what I was talking about.
You won't
This
have
is
much,
the
yes.
new class I kind of want to have. Oh, what's going on?
Or you want to have like a necromancer class.
Yeah.
You could do something like that.
Are we doing Alpha No?
Healer. I just, it just the concept is trying to.
What's going to happen?
Ever since Finn and Atika characterised a Necromancer as an overrated healer, I've wanted a Necromancer healer class.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
a good healing class.
If you to die and bring you back to life. They're just like res mage.
Right, so just lure this guy towards the boss.
They basically give you living dead, you know?
Yeah.
I see game you. They combined the attacks together, so they're doing that. So that's probably why me and Alpha took so much damage there. Because we were next to each other for the explosion. Yeah, there we go.
Stack with you on this.
Ooh! Don't know why that was so loud in my left ear, Alphano, but you definitely do the healing. How's Ward of Darkness going?
Oh, I just got in there.
Going alright.
Yeah. There's a lot of people I think are just being.
I don't think this is the most streamlined run I've had for sure, but it's going fine.
Yeah.
Is it just one boss
getting
or is there many?
We're on the final boss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Final boss is fine. One of the easier
Cool.
parts of Darkness by.
Final boss is fine. No.
But you're not doing this, boss. Okay, now to the Crystarium.
Oh god.
Say thank you to your lovely branch.
Thank you. Titania? John Titania. Okay, this is cool looking. The one problem with going with a tank is they always stand in front of you so you can't get pictures.
If I want to give, I'll give my commendation to the other bard. Oh, I got
Where's
loads
your
of
carbon
XP
core?
from
Yeah.
challenge logs.
Whee!
I don't want any of this shit, I'm just gonna leave.
I always give the commendations to the other healer as an apology.
I'm DPS, so I always give it to the try and get to another DPS who I liked.
Very cool.
But I'm just gonna leave.
You're beautiful.
But I hit lots of challenge logs then, so now I'm level
Let's go
53,
do it.
so I can upgrade my gear. But yeah.
11 loathsome memories of the dying. It's a hell of a thing to have in your inventory.
I've reached a point in the dungeon now where I don't really have anything to add outside of this looks cool and we're fighting enemies. What's your favourite dungeon in Shadowbringers? I like Amalot a lot.
Let me open up the trust menu and I'll look. You haven't got to it yet.
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah, it's a dungeon I just have done. I really enjoyed, but again, spoilers.
A white
No,
mage
no.
and 2
What,
dragoons,
you-
you say? Oh no.
You
You've
say
got
that-
to it. Yeah,
you say-
it's the last one. Is my favorite.
you say favorite dungeon in Shadowbringers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have a look.
I still can't say the one because it's.
You're not on end of Shadowbringers dungeon yet. You're not 5.5, right?
I am 5.5.
Haven't done that one.
You're not on the
I haven't got
5.5
time.
dungeon then.
I think that's the thing I'm next gonna do. I've been waiting for her to do this part because yeah, stuff's happening and I want to see.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite one. No one knew what coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it
If
tonight.
anything happens in that dungeon, then people you get sad about.
Oh no, nothing.
I mean, surely nothing's happened so far when there's any of these patches. Like yeah,
I'm gonna say Holminster Switch.
Yeah, Holminster's very good. It's probably the best like beginning dungeon to an
Is
expansion,
that the
I think.
in Mineshaft's one?
It's the
that's
first one.
Village
One
one.
where you're going through.
The one where you kill off Teslian.
Oh,
Is that
right,
why?
okay.
No. Furby, no.
No? Oh, okay. I'll change my mind then.
No, it's
I
fine.
will
You can enjoy
be right
Holminster
back.
Switch. I quite like Amalot as like an emotional dungeon to go through.
No,
Right.
Besides the
Flower.
part where I
Just in the off chance that you might miss fun potential stuff here before you move on.
yeah.
This is the area you probably want to take a look around. And maybe
Are we
maybe
in tessellation
soak
right now?
Maybe soak in some of the sights and some of the people around.
I've been keeping my eye out, but I don't think he's got lucky.
Oh! Wait, where's my boy? Where is he? Is he? I'm gonna let you guys fight. Is he here? I forgot what his name is. Grenell or something? What's his name?
I don't know what you're talking about, Flower.
It's the what's he? The tank, the tank one from the Roll Quests.
Oh, him.
Yeah, this is a person from. That's
So
awesome.
there's Gia. Yeah, Gia. Dwarf.
I don't think I've met Giot yet.
That's the tank one.
Yeah, he's starting there with you.
Oh, there he is! Hey, grandson! Yeah, the scene where you just talk to him in the room is really good. Because obviously they can do that because
I
they
like
can
that.
voice act it.
Giot's primary, like, character trait for quite a while seems to be that they get drunk.
That's the dwarf, yeah.
Mancred, for 1 minute, can you not stand in front of the camera? Mancred.
Fankred's like, you want me in this one? It's
Oh.
me, Fankred, hello! Hey! Taking a picture!
No, Alfred, don't be try.
I
Come on.
don't want to fucking get me out of this. I don't want to be in this picture.
Or he's just chilling. It's like, can we finish this off? He's thinking to himself. So, do we tell him?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna see it.
What?
There's another friend who has a chance to appear in this dungeon.
Is it Lina?
No. It's a very old friend for you.
It's from, let's just say, you see these spectral people, and it's safe
Yeah.
to say that they're not here from this world, right?
Okay. Yeah, because it's the same as the XIV
They're
magic.
being brought in or whatever from another world.
Yeah.
So, someone from our world comes in, potentially, and is very lost. And that is your boy Hildebrand, just wandering around in this dungeon.
Okay, I need to see that after this.
Hildebrand can appear in the dungeon. It's a random chance, but he can see. Yeah,
That's
he's just
fucking
catching the warrior of
amazing.
light.
He's just like, where am I? What's going on?
Oh, that's so good. Okay, what's the
Does that
boss gonna
officially
do?
make Hildebrand a warrior of light?
Okay,
Should
before
be
this.
uploaded soon.
Oh, Hallelujah has appeared.
There you go. It's uploaded.
Spectral Berserker, distant ideal. Is he like a one from the past, maybe?
He's
That's
too
not-
angry to die.
Whoa, whoa! The camera like really threw me off there. I thought I had got spun around, but it was just the boss, I think.
I'm always surprised how zoomed in you play.
I like quite like quite. I don't like going too far. I like seeing my character doing the fights.
If you press the home button, go first person.
Well, yeah. I know that.
You
Whoa,
press the
Alf,
home
no.
button, you'll really not be able to do anything.
If you press your F14 button, you go second.
If you press Alt F4, you close the game.
You say your F14 button.
Yeah.
The F does that exist?
Yeah.
Wasn't got
Technically,
that far
it
up,
does, yeah.
my people.
Yeah.
On some keyboards it
yeah.
does, yeah.
Go up to
Well,
24, can't you?
it's up to goes up to 23 or 24, yeah, but not usually on actual physical keys, right?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Like it's an API that Windows can deal
Why
with.
does it
Yeah.
put the ground?
You can
like
cheat and
a
use those on
virtual
Stream
key.
Deck. I know that much.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I could be able to stay in here
You wanna
behind.
stay there.
Yeah. Hello, it's me. Oh! I don't think I was gonna leave there.
No.
That's like the idea of the rest of them. The rest of your Scion
Franklin just said,
team
keep
being
your
like,
guard
what
up.
the fuck is he doing?
Oh, yeah, stand
Okay.
there.
Franklin's over there going, oh look, he's got it. He nailed it.
Get in
Oh,
the
God,
hole.
you're
Don't put your backs in, you idiot!
Don't worry, I did the same thing.
Oh, no, I'm okay. I didn't mean to be so mean to you, Zigbar, but come on, mate.
Well, you're controlling him.
Well, the problem is there's no F5 button, so I have to go like move up a key instead. It's so annoying. I don't know why there isn't an F5 button.
What, isn't an F5 button?
You can't press
Yeah.
F5. You can't keybind it.
What?
Well, at least I can't. Okay, into the hole we go. Oh no, we're gonna be guys.
Is that a thing? You can't keep by F5?
I don't think so, I can't. Anyway.
They do. Oh. I've got target member 5 in party list, F5.
Well, maybe it's just me then. Maybe it's just my keyboard.
Maybe key just don't work.
It definitely does.
Unless when you press F5 it refreshes the game.
Yeah, maybe it's bound to something else. Stop me
Yeah.
from doing it.
Yeah, it could be.
Like, Veen, if you want to use LB, I don't have to here, but if you want to, you can use it. Ow. That's a quality dip for you guys or not? Is it fine?
Oh, it's alright.
Yeah.
I
I
haven't
had
gone
a
into
weird setting on that made it just go to like 0 FPS.
I think it's
It's for text.
just Discord, to be honest.
Yeah, there's one to drop your stream to like 5 FPS. That's if you're showing like text.
I wish Discord, even if it was like a, I don't know, a nitro feature or something, I don't know how they want to do it, but I wish there was like a control the amount of bitrate I'm putting out function.
Yeah.
You're using LB, Veen? No, okay, good. She was saying something like, now I've got you! Like, no! Wait until we get 2 bars at least. If we do.
So you pay a tenner to Discord and it's like, I'd like to be able to stream on it as well.
She just jumps up in the air and like smashes a coffee biscuit in his mouth.
He hasn't done any attacks
We're
since
friends
the first,
now.
volley, has he? Right, here we go.
Why am I just jumping out of limiter? I'm not even waiting for dungeon.
And you're dead. Fucking hell. Die! Oh! Just wouldn't die there.
You're too angry to die.
Oh, I'm
Maelstrom would know.
defeated.
I wonder if we'll get some sort of like berserker class that's like a DPS, more of a DPS warrior than a tank warrior.
Yeah.
And here comes everyone else. I could have taken over Young Jay, but I didn't.
I always take away Andre.
Nice.
You got an orchestrion role.
What have you got to say then? Many thanks to those who've come to our aid. There's a little further to go.
I
So
was
short
like,
on your screen.
Yes, they were.
They are, aren't
They were all bathed in light. Why? At least our Young Jade is the same size. There could be no doubt. Just indeed the arcane. Thank you.
they? On males, he has to
Okay,
look
fuck you
up
too,
at you.
Stoller, then.
They're like legitimately the same height as me.
Yeah.
Stoller. Wait, I can do this. There you go. There you go, Mal.
You're a cat
It's kind
now.
of like it, yeah.
That proves
More
quite
angry
detail,
cat.
but all's about that ends well. That was quite a good dungeon. I enjoyed that. Time to cry. I'm also gonna eat a hot dog while I'm watching this cutscene.
I think that's the last of them.
Apparently even they have limits. Nevertheless, we should remain vigilant.
There is too much happening right now. Help.
Urianger, something occurred to me while we were fighting. These enemies.
Also, I've posted the
Our
Hildebrand
heroes,
Yeah,
hailing from other shards, summoned hither to deliver this world from its doom.
There he is.
I guess maybe us being warriors of darkness makes them think maybe we're evil.
Scant moments after the star shower
Maybe we
did
are. Maybe
appear,
we're the villains.
as yet more souls were inspired
Oh,
to walk
Maybe that's
the
the twist and end,
hero's
Walker.
path,
You were the
no
bad
doubt.
guy all along.
I mean, from their perspective, we are bad guys. It's like the saying, isn't it? I forgot
That's how
what
the
it was.
cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
Thus did hopes
That's
for
how the coffee
salvation
biscuit
of
crumbles.
realms
It's
near
like-
and far resonate and converge, lending still greater strength unto our adversary.
You put things very poetically, Urianger.
So that's Elidibus's game. But first things first. If the rings are the same as the
How
Exarch,
old do we
then
think
need to ask
Urianger
him
is?
how that's possible.
Must be younger than. I think he's around the same age as Moonbreeder, right?
I think it's 28.
Well, it's Japanese. He's probably 15.
The Crystarium is close.
Well,
Let us
technically,
press on.
Aorzi was like, isn't that meant to be like America?
At any rate, he's younger than me, and I hate that.
Eorzea is Africa.
Oh, is it? Well, what's America then? That
The
got...
new world.
They come.
Oh.
Hence
Oh,
the name.
you
What do you mean,
what?
like, in terms of geographical
mean?
location against the real world?
Yeah.
They're all here.
I was going to say, in terms of climate, maybe not.
So near and yet so far.
Why
We've
did you
got
to begin with?
some luscious forests and snowy cities and everything.
Africa has some lush forests.
Certainly doesn't have snow.
Well, to be fair, Fanland is definitely,
You don't know that.
You don't know that.
Africa
They
does
can have
have
snow
snow.
if they
Mel.
want to have snow.
In the chaos
does have
of
snow.
conflict, one can always
some
find
places.
a
Where did
silver
Africa have
lining
snow?
in the fight.
Some places.
Where?
Beyond
In the mountains.
29, the exact same age as Umbria.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, I was kind of right then.
Whoever taught you
And
that is
it
a
means
wise man
he's
indeed.
definitely younger than me, and I'm
good with a
upset.
gun blade. But yes, I dare say
I
we
put
can create
Africa
an
in
opening
snow and I
wide
got a
enough for at
bunch
least
of
one of us to
photos of
slip through.
giraffes standing in a blizzard.
Oh.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah.
That being you, of course. Though others are welcome to
So
follow
regularly
your way.
falls in the Atlas Mountains
and I will keep our
of,
guests
in the
occupied.
word I can't say.
Mountains are cheating.
Mounts
Brave
of
and
Kenya,
selfless as
the
ever.
mountain range.
Yet the two of you
Yeah.
may struggle to fool
And
us.
there are
No, mountains are cheating because mountains everywhere.
Ishgard's all mountains.
Every snow has mountain.
Ishgard is Russia.
Every mountain has snow.
though,
There are also
isn't she?
Ishgard-
snowfalls in on the
No,
border.
don't call it Russia. We
Not
hate
high
Russia.
enough. Vegas.
Had you a comrade who could use destructive magics to wreak havoc upon the ambient ether, on the other
No,
hand?
let's call Ishgard
Yeah, all I
more
was
like
saying was
Finland.
Mountains feel like cheating because you go high enough in the sky and then you're going to have
Very
snow.
well. I too shall assist in the diversionary effort.
I mean, that's
Because it should be cold.
Oh, not this old dance again. Yes, obviously, I'll stay and fight.
So they're doing the same thing they did at Mount Gold. I'll just do this while you go fight the actual bad guy.
Alphino, I'm about to do a great many stupid and reckless things. Watch my back, would you?
oh, she's got.
Pretty much.
And there you have it. Take care of
I
yourself.
like
Say
their relationship.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot
It
better in Shadowbringers than it was in Stormblood and Heavensward.
feels very siblingy, doesn't it?
I love their relationship as it's evolved. It's like, oh, this is nice.
Oh, what will you say? Make it a big, nice opening, eh? No, I'm not going to say an innuendo. You don't have enough lives for this. Use your magic sparingly, do you hear? Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. Walter, use your magic a bit.
Yeah, Fancrid, use your magic.
It's a
I
magic
shall
you
not
don't
exert
have.
myself without good reason. As for the others,
I was concerned, but now I'm not.
Finished? Then let's begin.
Red Mage.
Upper floor.
I'm sorry, I don't have that attack.
It's too low.
None of us do.
Yeah, you get that at 90.
Get that at level 100. A short while earlier in the ocular. Oh boy, here we go.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sure the giant orange like chains on the door were just a, you know, the exiles going to bed, just locking the door
Yeah,
for the
he's
night.
fine. He's gonna be tired. He's gonna have a nap. He's fine.
That's 1 down, 5 to go.
'Tis done.
No, you just got subflow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes! Your memories are preserved safely within. We've done it. We've done it at last.
Wait. Did he like copy himself?
The other vessels. They are all ready to receive of our friends' memories.
Is it like a Soma situation where they're gonna get like a copy of them over in our world and a copy of them here? I hope not. That would be awful.
Oh, excellent! Excellent! I shall have my familiars bear word to them at once.
The silence scares me. Oh,
I'm letting you enjoy.
I'm enjoying. Oh, now I was, but then this happened. This fuck.
Oh, it's Albert.
Elidibus.
It's Stagecoach himself.
Okay. Now I have
It
to.
was not until I observed the battle between
I have to mute again.
Silk and the Warrior of Darkness
Too many voices.
that I realized what I must do. I will summon heroes from
Having
other
2 streams
worlds
open and a
unto
Discord
the
chat going
first,
is
just as
that's
you
some
did.
noise.
Yeah, it's a
Their
bit of a
presence shall
mess.
serve to empower me, granting me the strength to crush my enemy.
He has a very good voice, the Busters.
Elder bus. It's like the bus that comes and
Though
picks
it
up all the
pains me to
OAPs.
disappoint you, I feel compelled to explain
know the
that
Elden Ring
magic in
players.
question requires no small amount of
No, all
preparation.
OAPs by the time we finish Elden Ring.
But you assume I require my champions to be summoned in their entirety. I do not. Their souls needn't even be whole. My purpose requires no more than their burning desire to vanquish evil. This I shall sear upon the ether, raising thereby an army of phantom heroes to whom I shall whisper, as I have to so many over the ages. Here lies darkness. It must be destroyed.
In quotations too, so I wonder who said that.
And you expect me to cooperate?
I do not require your cooperation. Your death will suffice. The magic I shall have from your corpse.
No, don't take over his body. Come on. Don't do that. That's weird.
Go, Lumos!
Oh! I forgot weird like crab character from that dungeon. Okay, come on, it's not that powerful. Like when we fought and we couldn't like kill that thing in two hits. So I'm gonna call bullshit.
But what is this?
Oh. I can't even think there, that just did it itself. Here I go, why do I get on my mount?
You have to run.
In.
You're in combat, you can't get on your mount in combat.
Oh, remember being here at the beginning of level 70?
Now you're back.
No? Oh my god, is it the same tree too? It is! How did you get him out? Ah. Him. Ah.
My friend,
Go with them.
how did you...
Yeah.
It's easier.
I thought his face was also. Oh, no, he does not look good.
He took us unawares.
It's kind of shiny.
Oh. Oh. I mean, it'll be fine, right? As long as we can get him back to our world, it's like he's not gonna die.
It was all we could do. To raise a ward to hinder his steps. And so we fled. But he took it. The vessel with the Exarch's memories. Forgive me. Forgive me.
The vessel bears not only my memories, but my blood. The blood of Allegan royalty, granting him the means to control the tower. With it, he has performed I know not how many summonings, calling forth heroes from across the rift.
But I hate a spammer.
And, as you can see, the burden upon the tower is beginning to tell.
Leave him to me. I'm just glad you're alive. Make sure you stay that way. Yeah. Leave him to me. Or console him instead of, you know, just tell him, I'm glad you're alive.
No, I won't let you go alone. Not this time. Elidibus has exploited the people's nobility, twisted their purest intentions for terrible ends. And I cannot let it stand. As Exarch, it is my duty to protect them, to defend their hopes and dreams.
Alright, well, you can do that, but just understand that if you survive, Alistair is going to kill you, so, yeah. You're gonna get more than a head flick next time.
With or without your blessing. Though, I would rather it were with.
Okay. There we go. So if he dies now, it's my fault. So there we go.
I joined you, but I would only be a burden. Better that I remain here with my gremlins.
Oh.
I shall send help. Stay strong, my friend, and take heart. By binding Elidibus within the tower, we have done more than simply delay him. Much like our adversary, I am not wont to show my hand prematurely, but the time has come to bring my strongest card to bear.
Yeah, what is it, mate? You like control the tower or something? I mean, we know he can, but what can he do with it? What's gonna happen?
To the tower!
Okay, the main theme is playing. Oh.
I got some leftover pizza. Just realised.
That is a massive. That is massive achievement.
Yeah, that's a nice surprise.
The tower does look like it's lost. It's not lost a lot of its energy because it's no longer like glowing as much.
Have you hovered over the weather effect yet in the top right?
Yeah, it says star shower. Cool. So I guess everyone else is fighting somewhere in this area, or not even here, like somewhere up north. Good on them.
This is what I meant by saving to do duty now.
Yeah. Understood. Oh, it's Lena, I think. Yeah. By how the scene goes, is it either going to be his goodbye to Lena, or it's going to be, like, bad? I'm not looking forward to this. I shall take charge of matters in the city. Find Beckluck now. No time to explain, He's a little bit crystalled right now. The graver the matter, the less inclined you are to speak of it, even when it is plain for all to see, like what is happening to you. Lila, this time there truly is no time. I know, my lord. What matters otherwise, I believe you would even be willing to speak of your past if pressed. Yet I remain afraid to do so. Afraid that I might learn what would make a stranger of you. Forgive me, there is no time. Time. Go. Now. Perhaps a few words are in order. We need to get going. We have a few minutes.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Let them talk.
Not gonna papillima them. Indeed, time must be made. That'll be for the people who don't want the story and be like, no, just carry on. Lina, do you remember the time you got lost in the tower when you were little, and I searched for you for hours on end? And the cake I baked for your 10th name day, the hideous lump the good people demeaned covered up with beautiful candles. And your helpless first encounter with the Sin Eaters as a guard. Afterwards you threw yourself into your training, pretending nothing was wrong, although I could see the tears in your eyes. All these moments that we shared, all the feelings that accompanied them, they are as real as all that came before, and nothing will ever change that. Will ever change what we mean to one another. If I made you worry, then I beg your forgiveness. Heaven knows you deserve better. The dark as the times you have kept faith in me, standing towards the proud daughters of Christerium. As an example to us all, I count myself blessed to have had you in my life, and I want you to know that. Yep. This feels like a goodbye. Why do you speak so? This is our last meeting. Truly you have a knack for making people worry. Oh, truly you have a knack for making people worry. Besides, it is you who are an example to us all. You who have led us through countless trials, and you who will lead us through countless trials to come. Go on, my lord, but do what you must, but take care. Lino is a very cool character. I do enjoy. Honestly, all the Shadowbringer characters have been very good. There we go! In the background.
Stop taking the piss!
Oh no!
See, now you feel bad!
Sad. Well, she also knows.
That's why she's sad.
Yeah, she knows. Anyway, by trials, she means just one trial, because there's only one coming up in the next quest, I think, right? No one's here. I mean, there's some people here. I think the people who are still doing quests are here, but look, Jerome, and that's it.
Yeah, Jerome's always there.
Yeah. He was there when I played.
He never leaves.
No.
Hope's confluence. The Crystal Exarch is the very picture of resolve. It's time we finish this. You know it wasn't so long ago that I watched you seal the place up. Yeah. I mean, it was about a year ago, but... Oh, this is cool. You know, I was wondering if they were going to do this, because obviously the inside of the Circus Tower does exist, so I don't know why they wouldn't just use it.
But it's all pretty.
Not here either. We must keep climbing.
Why did he put so many stairs in here?
Could have just built an elevator.
You'd think the Elegants would have an elevator.
Or an H right to the bottom and the top.
Don't we have teleporters?
Yeah, they have
Maybe
teleporters
above.
actually. Oh no.
Cramp.
Ah, I hate leg cramps.
Oh, it's more than cramp.
Yeah, he's getting crystal cramps. Oh, his foot
That's
is
the
not
worst
crystal.
kind of cramp.
Yeah. When your leg literally becomes crystal.
Alright, well, we've already encountered... Oh, okay, never mind. I'll fight them. What are they gonna be?
'Twas but a matter of time.
They haven't showed them yet, so I think they're gonna be important.
I cannot keep up with you. Nor will it avail us to make a stand here. You must go on without me. Find Elidibus and stop him.
Okay.
Worry not, my friend. Though I am no warrior, I have learned to hold my own over the years.
I mean, we've seen you in a couple of dungeons at this point. You're quite a good tank.
When first we explored this tower, you and your
everything.
fellow adventurers
Yeah.
formed the van, while I was left to follow in your wake.
You and your fellow adventurers formed the van.
Yeah.
Like a transit.
Yeah.
Oh. Like a Mercedes. I'll just ride a van up here, why not?
Yep, the
Suffice it to
Mercedes
say, I
van.
was not best pleased with the arrangement. How I wished that I could
That's what they
join
call
you.
themselves.
And now I have, here where it all began. I was right to trust in you, and the power of your legacy, of your name, to let them guide my every deed.
Oh.
For Elidibus is my name and my mission, guiding my every deed.
Well, we know that, dude. Get a new job.
I did, but I chose not to walk them, thank the gods. Why ever would you ask me such a thing?
Wait, what did I ask? I wasn't even paying attention. I was eating a hot dog.
Why did you never consider other paths?
Not a bad question, to be honest.
Is that the pie incident all over again?
Elidibus spoke in similar terms, you say? How curious. To answer your question, then, I made my choice for reasons which seemed obvious to me, but may not to any other.
Wait a second. I had a thought, but I don't think it's correct because otherwise Beckluck would also have been that wouldn't have worked. I was thinking maybe Elidibus has already taken the skin and he's just saying this, but I don't think so.
There were the expectations I placed upon myself before beginning my slumber, and the expectations of those who roused me. Of course, I had the choice to turn my back on a lot of it, but in the end, it was no choice at all.
Just hearing that screenshot every now and
I
then.
cherish the time I spent with you and the others. What I wouldn't give to return to those halcyon days.
What?
Chasing ancient secrets, overcoming trial after trial with the aid of like-minded comrades.
You say that, but it was one trial, and it was a pretty cool one, but it was one thing.
And what
Technically it was
remarkable
3
comrades
trials
they
in a
were.
row.
He wasn't there for the
In
first one, I
such
don't think,
company,
anyway.
I felt as if I were a character in the epic tales that had stirred my heart as a boy, as if my dream had come true.
Do you remember the part where we had to go and get the crystals, the aspect of crystals to get through the barriers? That was a fun bit. We had to go like to 5 different places in Eorzea.
It hadn't, of course, for I was no hero, neither then nor after. Though the world to which I awakened and the first were beset with myriad problems, I rarely knew how best to play my part. There was, however, one thing of which I was certain, that I could not bear to let those dear to me meet a tragic end.
Oh, here we go. like an alliance raid of people.
I'm afraid our time is up. Go! Rest assured you haven't seen the last of me. I wouldn't dream of playing my trump card save in your presence.
Better not die. Not even after your trump card. If you die, I'm gonna be sad.
Break!
His trump card is going to play top trumps with them to distract them.
He's gonna summon something, and it's gonna be the Saltery. Everyone's gonna come and help. Tell Eledibus the way isn't through Zodiac, the way is through Salt.
Viscar, whatever his name is from the Salter, he's going to come fuck him up.
Yeah. Oh, this is a cool room. Oh, we're gonna fire Pia? Yeah! I'm down for that.
Memories of a possible future. Worthless. All. Worthless as memories of the only past. Fated to fray and fade into oblivion. Leaving naught but a gaping void.
Fight Eledibus. Oh.
The waking sands. Yes,
Play
that
return.
was the place. The place I first made myself known to you and yours.
Hey, maybe go fight like a few guys in the tunnel. That was weird.
The Seventh Rejoining had left the realm listing dangerously towards darkness, and events were unfolding that threatened to push it over the brink. Thus did I approach you in my capacity as emissary, thinking that you would make a useful pawn. But I was wrong. And for my misstep did La Habrea and Emet-Selch pay the ultimate price, leaving me the last of the Unsundered.
Kind of even sadder if you think about it. He's not really the last either, because he's like part of Zodiac's heart. He's like basically has no recollection of the past.
My remaining brethren, fragmented as they are, cannot hope to see our mission to its end. It falls to me alone. Defeat is not an option. I will strike you down. I will resurrect Lord Zodiac, and I will bring back those who sacrifice themselves to call him forth. Though it take 1,000 years, upon my honor as Elidibus, emissary of the Convocation of 14, I will see this done.
Trial activate. Oh yeah, I've got the little crystals, don't I? Forgot about those. Where? Oh! Don't show me him. I care about him. that was a strong like whiplash of emotions there. What do you say? Those who once relied upon you are no more. However hard you took, you will never bring back the Convocation. Yeah, that one. That sounds more finite. He doesn't really care about the other thing, I don't think, anymore. I think he does a little bit, but...
What of it? I have my mission. I am Elidibus, and it is my duty to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. This I swore to someone. We spoke, and I swore. What? What did I...
Alright, bud, we can go and have some coffee biscuits.
Coffee biscuits make everything better.
Ew.
You're not you when you haven't had a coffee biscuit.
Come on, Ledibus, eat your coffee biscuits.
This pain, this torment, is nothing. No more than must be suffered to deliver the world from its doom. No more than any of you malformed creatures have known.
Okay, tell yourself that.
Even should you lose all that is dear to you, even should it cost you your life, you bear the burden and fight on, kicking and screaming until your last breath is spent!
Aye, it's true. We've lost much and more. Known unimaginable suffering.
Sure. I don't know if it is Arbor, I think it's like just the voice of
never,
the Legion of Warrior of Light, but
ever
using Arbor's
forgot
voice
what was
acting.
dear to us. And that's what gave us the strength to carry on.
Oh, we're gonna get the Shadowbringer shot again? And Ledibus, you've no fight left to fight. I'll put an end to this. I like that one, that one's less cliche. There we are! So it's not purple this time, it's blue.
No. No! It will not end here!
I think it will for you, honestly. It feels like they've done everything they can with you as a character.
Champions from beyond the rift, heed my call.
Oh, he's doing what
The
we did
time
against
is
Emmett.
come to deliver your brethren from darkness. My heart's sole desire is a world free of sorrow. Join with me now in hope and prayer for the salvation of all.
Okay, so I do have a question. But I'll probably ask it after the scene. All those little circles, is that every single possible attack class in the game? Like every single healer, tank, and DPS at this point? Because if so, that's really cool.
You'll find out.
He's
If
everything.
you would usher in the end, then with my all shall I oppose you. As the avatar of those mortal heroes who fought unfalteringly in all their imperfection. As the warrior of light incarnate.
What? What?
Come, warrior of darkness. Let us finish this.
You know, I didn't choose the name Warrior of Darkness, it was just kind of given to me. Oh, here we go. I'm also technically a Warrior of Light still.
What?
I think. Right? I don't know, I might have lost the plot a little bit. Oh. Crystals. Here and I commit the Chronicle of the Traveller, shepherd to the stars in the dark. When the world be sundered and our souls set adrift, where you walk, my dearest friend, fate shall surely follow. What? For yours, the 14th seat, the seat of Azem. What? Oh shit! I think it all just came to me. I don't understand what's happening now.
Do you really?
Maybe. I'll talk about it afterwards.
An invocation of Eld. Though not of Hydaelyn's making. What are you? No, it matters not. You are the enemy, and you will fall. Even should it cost me everything, I will not forsake my duty.
Okay.
Do you recognize who that is, by the way? There's a series thing.
No.
There's Final Fantasy I's Warrior of Light.
Oh.
Yep.
The original Warrior of Light.
That's cool.
Also, listen to the song that's playing.
It's good. Oh, I've already been sent an invite. So my theory, Linkshi.
Yep.
Well, what I think is they're trying to tell us is the 14th seat, who's called as
Can I get an invite?
Yeah.
That's the original Warrior of Darkness / Light. That's us before the Sundering.
I can't say anything because I've got further along.
Because they say, what's his name? Highflow says.
Fladaeus.
And in all honesty, I haven't actually. I can't say. Actually, I can't say anything. Yeah, I can't say anything because of reasons. Because I kind of trust it either way.
You can confirm what Hypnodeus does say to you, which is my new old friend.
Yeah.
That we're
like my theory.
Which
well,
I think is a
definitely is
beautiful
them.
line.
We're definitely that's
Well, that's my theory. That's my theory. I can say that. That is my theory as well.
okay.
We on the party we want.
I'm gonna get a picture before we go in.
Okay, I guess. Should I
also gonna read
maintain
out
the
the thing
south side of the
too.
stone?
You wanna? Go for it, then.
Yeah, fuck it. Do it.
Don't start yet. I'm just gonna read out the thing to get psyched.
And you can do the thing.
Oh, I
Do
intend
it
to.
at the right time this time.
Yep.
A seed to sacrifice. If you would usher in the end, and with my all shall I oppose you. So spoke Elenibus as he took upon himself the power of champions from beyond the rift to arise the self-proclaimed warrior of light incarnate. Yet as resolutely as your foe believes in his cause, so too do you believe in yours, and first light and darkness must collide. Invoking the ancient magic imbued with the memories of Azem, the forgotten final member of the Convocation of 14, you summon the stars to your side and prepare to face your foe in a battle to steer the very course of the world. Let's do it. Pop it, Hellscythe. There we go. So, yeah. It's cool that he's the original Warrior of Light.
It is very cool.
And I like the twist of we're the Warrior of Darkness in this case. Which confuses me a little bit because aren't we also the Warrior of Light?
We're the Warrior of the
Think of where we
Darkness
came
of that
from.
world.
Yeah, think of where we came from and think of the song Shadowbringers and the lyrics in that.
I just hear the word fall all over all the time.
We came from the source where darkness was starting to the tip of the balance, tip the scale. So we're the Warrior of Light, bringing the light.
Yeah.
The first is different. The first has been flooded in light, so we have to become the Warrior of Darkness in order to restore balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hence
Yeah, I
the
see.
in Shadowbringers in the song in the theme song the I am the shadow, I am the light because we're both.
It's more of a title than anything else, but you obviously have the unique ability to be able to absorb the Light Warden's energy.
Which makes sense why he's the Warrior of Light, because he needs to balance out.
And you bring the darkness back
There we
to
go.
Oh, that popped really quick. Oh god.
I tried to eat my hot dog, but I got ketchup all over my hands. Hold on.
Oh lord. The hero
I can hear a
foiled.
tiny horse in it, Mel.
Tiny horse.
This is such a good song.
I am prepared to die from excitement. It's so cool that we're fighting here, by the way. This is where you fight
With a star shower right above you.
Zandy.
So good.
I can be the one to do Star Shower. I'm gonna do it in the exact position too.
For our work,
BGM 100.
strike you down.
Wait, yeah, we'll turn up a little bit. Oh, I can't do it right now. Here's everyone.
Hey, there I am.
Yep, there we are.
Link's gonna be in the background like last time. Yeah.
You can't miss me. There I am, my shield.
I think Mel's behind me. Yeah, he is. He's about to backstab me. For the Warrior of Light. I'll turn up a little bit.
This battle shall be
something happen?
Who did the start thing? Because that wasn't listened to.
Okay, hold on. Oh, it's really good. Well, so his health is going way too fast, so he's got a phase 2.
Oh, this is it.
I think you got clipped. You might have got snapshot by one of those. This song's so good.
It is.
It's so good.
Okay, pause, stop, okay, stop. Put it away! I mean, okay, now keep attacking, right? Or keep moving.
Keep moving.
Yeah. This is such a good song.
I don't think that
Get ready for the tiny horse, here it comes! Tiny horse!
Here it comes, get ready for the tiny horse. Cause Maelstrom.
In. And I'm assuming out after this. What? This meant to happen?
Nah, I don't know. Not sure why we all got frozen.
Maybe
there,
some of
but
us need to stay out and some of us need to stay in, possibly.
I mean, it didn't really do any damage, so who gives a shit?
Yeah.
What's happening? Very clever game.
Also, don't be on the side with the giant harm.
Yeah.
What was that?
I feel like that's just
Bahama.
good life advice.
Yeah. Don't get stuck with Bahamut.
Yeah.
Don't be on the side of the giant Baham.
Unless you're summoner.
I think I heard someone's vent mage go off there. You can hear that. Okay, action maneuver. I'm ready to type.
You will be banished instead.
Wow. Oh my god, okay, what's happening?
We're being banished.
Yeah.
To the shadow realm.
How dare you? We're going to World of Darkness?
Yep.
We can't.
Didn't do enough damage.
Oh, we're in the chrysalis.
Enrage timer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we are, the Ashleyans have been forced to retreat time and again, and you will meet your demise. Diary, please save me!
Oh no!
Oh no!
How long did you do this for? Oh my god!
Oh no, we're so fucked.
Fucking hell! Oh my god! That was actually difficult, what the fuck? In a place you will drift forevermore.
You failed it.
Yeah.
Who failed it?
I don't know. But somebody did.
How
I
are you
heard
not?
Furby shouting, oh fuck, are you okay, Furby?
Yeah,
I see someone.
I funked it
I know
up,
who
sorry.
it was.
How are you not meant to fail it though?
By being good.
But that went so quickly!
So you can roll your hand across your keyboard, but I hit enter and start typing in chat.
Well, I want to see what you typed there, Furby, though. Oh.
I deleted it and then died, and yeah.
Oh good.
I just made a red mage noise there.
The fuck did I die from?
Probably the same thing that got House Life last time. Clipped on the edge of one of those.
So how are you meant to
AoEs.
do that part? Because it's so quick.
You just need to do it.
Just mash the hell out of you.
Oh, I feel
Keyboard
bad
and
for
mouse.
people who can't do that, I guess.
Surprisingly easy on controller, for what's worth.
It's not on keyboard. Okay, stop attacking. Put your sword away. Sigma!
I kept attacking, but I got away with that for some reason.
Yeah, I did.
I think it's only if you actually hit him there.
No, pyretic damages you even if you move.
Yeah, that was
You
cool
might
to
get a
see
shield or
actually. I
something.
don't know what happened if you failed
Maybe
it.
the reason why it was going so quickly was because I was spamming it too much. Maybe I need to be less spammy with it.
Famous last words.
Yeah. I'd spam the hell out of it.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
More sorry.
It's like that Mario Party minigame that got like banned.
Oh, that's what happened to us last time. I realise now. We got Pyretic this time. Last time we must have gotten Blizzard.
Oh, okay.
Tiny
We're supposed
horse.
to be inside and then not. Tiny horse?
Oh, I
Tiny
need
horse.
Turkey then.
I'll get much faster this time if we've already gone
Tiny
tiny
horse?
Tiny
That's the wrong side,
Minky!
Yeah, it's fine. See, look. I don't take any damage.
You were in
Everyone's
that.
like,
You were still in that when you were moving out.
Not on her screen.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Okay, okay. Get ready to write a diary, Furby.
Yes. I
But
will
don't
be
write
on
in
it.
chat.
No, I'll try
just
not
do
to.
I'm just gonna go up and down on the number pads.
So on
On the
controller, I just hold my, for this one, I just hold my controller and do X, Y, A, B with my like 2 digits on both hands.
I just go between square and circle with my thumbs.
Okay, okay. This is. It's kind of crazy how difficult this is on keyboard.
Shouldn't be.
It is.
Just
You
alternate
need-
between like 4 keys with 4 fingers. That
Yeah.
should do it.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell! Oh, I failed!
What?
Oh, God. When...
I did it.
I don't think it matters. I think as long as one of us fails.
Yeah.
Everyone has to succeed. For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Who keeps...
That was me that time. I apologize. I don't understand.
So just tap on your
I am.
tap on it and then just roll your fingers over like you do with your
It's going
ASD
50
bit.
miles per hour.
Shouldn't go that fast.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go between
You
WASD
were
and
fucking
right
hammering
left
this
for
shit out of the key.
I just run my fingers over
Calmly but fast.
the middle
Yeah.
keyboard line.
Like I spam, this is about as much noise as I make.
Yeah.
That's insanely quick though.
That's just 4 fingers.
Yeah. I'm like right on the 0 right now. Oh, actually, I'm maxing it out. That's cool.
Oh!
You got me worried.
Oh, someone
Someone left.
dropped. Yep.
Ah, as long as we don't get reset.
We got reset.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, because they're DC, they're classed as failing.
Oh.
And then you can also do your left click as well if you're doing that on one hand.
Yeah.
Dear diary, today was shit.
Don't hit enter though.
We do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine your
Yay.
fake touch typing really fast or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Maelstrom, please shout for the next part, and Hellscythe, you do it.
What are we doing?
Well, this sort of thing, you both go for it at the right time.
And
and
so
one
it
of you
ends,
do it.
and so much
Yes.
silence. Fuck off, dude. We survived. Oh, this is kind of cool, though. Where are we?
We'll find out.
We're dead.
Are we all gonna fuse together?
Oh, this cutscene's so cool.
Oh wait! I think we are.
We
I
all
was
become
joking.
Vegeta.
We've all become one cloaked guy.
It cannot be.
Yes.
Finger snap. Yeah, bitch. What are we looking at? Bye.
Do you know who realised who that was? Flower?
That's Hyfler, isn't it?
No. Who,
No.
who waves like that?
Is it Emmett?
Yep.
Yep.
Yay! What's happening?
Am salvation given forth.
What is happening?
Mankind's first hero and his final hope.
This is the coolest shit.
Alright, I will give you the timer for it, but you gotta do it like bang on when I say it.
What are we
Yep,
doing?
and
What
I'll
are we
be ready
doing?
along with Hellscythe.
Don't worry, this is a tank thing.
Yeah, the tank gets to its own limit, but
Now. You get about 2 or 3 seconds leeway on that.
Yeah.
That is a bit though.
I can't believe you had a no limit break. That's fucking awesome.
We had 4 limit break bars.
Yeah, limit break level 4. I don't know if we caught that.
Blizzard. That's the smooth, right? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Okay, what's happening here?
Black Knight.
Yeah, what does that mean though? Nothing? Oh, 2 people standing out.
I'm in it.
I'll take this one.
I'll take this one too. Get out! Oh, I'll get out.
Oh,
Derby will move to this one after. No,
yeah,
Ferb.
yeah, okay.
I'll get this one.
Jesus. Sorry.
I'm staying there.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. We start moving to the next one again.
I'm sorry. I didn't realise.
We were supposed to move.
We're fine.
No, we're not.
Nah, we'll be fine. It's fine.
Oh, no, okay.
We heal through it easy enough.
Don't use your green ability on me. That's my ability.
So these are go to the opposite corners. This is Dark Knight.
Wait, which corners though?
Or northeast or southwest. Northeast.
Yeah, you're waiting for Bahamut to come up. I'm not.
Oh shit!
He's like,
Wait,
He said evil, and I was like...
and everyone else away. Well, you know what I mean. The other guy away, sorry.
You said either corner, and like you guys ran to one, I thought I'd stay over the other, and I saw Bahamut, and I was like, oh, I've made a mistake.
Yeah,
I buggered up.
You were looking in those corners, and then I was waiting for Bahamut to start.
Yeah.
It's a really cool fight, but it's also really fucking difficult.
Yeah.
Yep.
LB1. That's Rem.
Spread. Oh! I know that move. I've used that before.
You recognise the these moves.
Okay, LB2. Okay, I'm gonna stand on you. Yeah. Link, you
I'm
good
putting
here,
a shield down.
No, we're okay. 3 should be fine.
Yeah, and if I go over there, I bring the bottom me to deal all the damage, so...
I gave everyone a shield anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna get LB3 this time. Yeah. What is LB3?
Go to the corners. Yep.
Oh god.
The people with... When I say go to the corners, I meant people with markers that belong to the center.
Yeah.
It's difficult to tell at first so if you have a marker or not.
Yeah, it's like, oh lord.
First fight's one of the first trials in the game with 3 bars, right?
I think this is the opposite way around, isn't it?
It is.
Here.
Here.
Where? Here. Go to late sheet. Go to Hell's Life. Okay,
Keep moving.
Keep moving, yep. Oh, they were nice there and actually told us to do that mechanic. Nice, thank you, game.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like aspect of
that
ice. So thanks, mate.
Yeah, they don't.
Wasn't looking at that.
Dream never. That's bad.
Absolute fire, so stop moving. No. No? Okay.
Like, we're in pretty fast thing as well.
I don't know when it is, so...
Tell you.
Do we use LB?
We'll get LB.
Yeah, we'll get the closer to 3 in case we need it for healer for some emergency.
Okay. Why are we using the Leviathan's move?
Stuck on mate.
Yeah, everyone's stuck.
I'll go to tank.
Okay, I think he's about to do an attack. What is imbued? Is imbued move or don't move?
Don't move.
It's almost dead anyway, so...
Everyone got that.
Win those away.
We've got one going across the arena, watch out.
LB3!
He dead.
I want to get it. Do it.
Nicely.
Now, Lynchy, use LB3. Before someone leaves.
I cannot.
Nice.
I will.
Oh, there you go.
I enjoyed that fight
well.
outside of the fucking diary section. Wow, I'm also gonna check the recording after the dialogue.
Fool. You have achieved nothing.
No one put any commendations to that, so everyone fucking left as soon as they could.
I will never surrender.
Never surrender. Always do your best.
Always do your best. Oh, I should have gone and gotten my
Elidibus,
Wanderer's
so
Tales.
fixated were you on my memories
Trump card
of the
time.
future, you failed to heed the lessons of the past. Your obsession blinded you to the true nature of this tower, this beacon of hope for mankind.
It's like a giant, whatever these white oversights are.
Created to serve as a reservoir for the limitless energy of the heavens. To harness and bind the boundless. Not unlike white orisite.
Yes! I called it like 2 seconds beforehand.
Your ill-begotten power.
Oh,
Obtained
somebody
by
call pictures.
exploiting
Stop.
that which is best in us. I shall have it. Your soul and all.
You know, it makes sense too because, you know, King Forden was an Allegan thing, right, too? So, makes sense this would happen. No. No! This time we're the one holding him up, not Horshron. Hell yeah. Also the music is very good right now. Oh, we did the the pose there. That was a nice touch of the music at the end of that too, by the way. And the world was happy and nothing bad happened from that point on. Because all the Ascians were killed. Oh, this is a pretty short sky.
I ended the game.
There's definitely no Endwalker after this.
Well, it's Endwalker, so it's like walking around during the end, so seeing everyone be happy about all the victories achieved.
Yeah, there's like nothing bad happens.
Don't die. I don't think I could handle if you died right now. Was that how young he was when he took the heart?
Notice he is not tall like the others.
I mean, we never really saw how tall he was. So I guess, yeah. Yeah, he was this young when he decided to become the emissary. Not my stone collection.
Yes.
Oh, he got his pick and mix back.
I would become him. I would save everyone. This, I believed. Yet still they cried out in rage and despair.
A moment to pause to check the recording.
Divided over the fate of the star. A rare occurrence, always fleeting. But not this time. Not this time. Reconciliation. Elidibus. I was needed. I withdrew myself from Zodiac. For them. My people. My brothers. My friends. Stay strong. Keep the faith. At duty's end, we will meet again. We will. We will. The rains have ceased, and we have been graced with another beautiful day. But you are not here to see it.
They can be sad about these awful people who killed millions. How dare you, Final Fantasy XIV.
It's not good writing if they can make you feel something for a mass murderer.
Yeah.
Oh. We can still save him. No. Oh, someone left pie.
Oh, sorry, I was doing it so I could go and do some tails while
I can see
waiting
that
for
I
whatever. I don't know what's happening.
Overexerted myself.
A flesh wound. Story.
Steady now and listen. I told you before that I had a plan, and that when all is said and done, I would ask a favor of you.
Yeah, but mate, you said we would like frolic through the Wilt Hills together. Remember that?
We have averted the 8th umbral calamity, found a way for everyone to return to the source, and last but not least, we have secured the future of all the people of Norvrand. We have won, my friend.
About that, there's an expansion after this called Endwalker where we go to the moon, so sorry about that.
So, I hope you'll forgive me this moment of selfishness, and while I wouldn't want you to feel obliged,
I don't want my eyes right now.
promise me you'll take me on your next adventure. A journey. Together.
So, like,
That's all I
if I do this, does it work?
Okay, what are you doing? No. Okay, one more thing. What will you say? I promise. You could have asked me earlier. Oh no, I. Even if it's a portable little crystal. No, I'll take the little sub-minion with me. There we go.
If I were to tell you that this isn't the end, that we will meet again, would you believe me?
I mean, anything is possible. Also, the music is really good right now. I don't know what it is. I haven't heard it before, but it's a very good song.
Thank you.
Got like pixels on his shirt. Stop pixels. He's becoming 8-bit.
My friend, with you, my mind and memories shall travel to the ends of the world and beyond. But in this place shall my body stand immovable.
Yeah?
May it serve as an undying promise, not only to those who look to me for leadership, but to any soul who has known despair, that hope is everlasting.
Got a bit of flipping going on there. Oh, I think I see what's gonna happen. Oh. No. Oh, he's sad. I'm sad too, actually. But I don't think he's dead. I think he's just inside of the crystal. Like, his memory and mind are still there. His soul. Just his body is turned to stone. We can make a new body for him. Use the cloning technology the Garleans have. Which hasn't come back yet as a plot point, by the way. And I'm worried when it will become a plot point.
That The Exarch would remain, keeping his silent vigil.
Did you also have to climb these stairs, Lise?
When the Scions were not released from his
Lise?
summoning spell, we proceeded with the plan to return them to the source. The Warrior of Darkness, however, retained his ability to traverse the two worlds at will.
Because otherwise the game would be kind of annoying.
And in time, the Crystal Tower became a symbol of his link to the First, and of hope.
Very beautiful sentence. Oh, Shadowbringers, why do you do this to me? Oh! See in my pocket.
We need a moment.
See in my pocket. It's not in my pocket. Okay, where is it? Yeah, I do need a moment actually.
Your MSP recovery room is still open.
Yeah.
All I need is this right now. Imagine coming out of a cutscene like at the beginning of Shadowbringers and seeing this outside. It's like, what does it mean? Why is he sitting here like this sad? How do I smile? I've forgotten how to smile. Not smiling is just closing your eyes and smiling. There we go. Wow, that was a cutscene and a half. Right, let's continue, shall we? Not over yet. There's more to go. A lot more. Hey everybody, how's it going? You did well, Zigbar. You and the Exarch. At such moments, is it hard to know what to say? Are you alright, my friend? Kinda. Shortly after you left, we observed that our enemy ranks were no longer being replenished, presumably when your absence was noted, so we polished them off and came as quickly as we could. Which is to say, not quickly enough. But then you had the Exarch for company, didn't you? And you could not ask for anything better than that. Sometimes I wish that I too hadn't been gifted with the echo. Then I might see a glimpse into your heart without the need for words. Am I right? I should be the one asking you. But yes, I'm fine. Thank you, we all are. The people are fine, the city's fine, and the star showers have stopped. They have actually, haven't they? Yeah. It's almost as if we've gone back to peaceful times to follow the night's return. Almost. Oh, what do you mean? Nothing unsaid. Soulless eyes seem to be staring into your very soul, or what they've done now. Oh no. They're not cleaning my bedroom.
Mummy angry.
Yeah.
I just looked at your list of quests on the right, by the way.
Yeah, I got a few things to do.
A piss up in a brewery is the first one.
I don't even remember what that was. Zigbar, if you're ready, would you count us as to how the day unfolded? So what
happened was I failed a lot of QTEs and then we had to do it several times.
I explained that apparently in the span of 5 seconds, by the way. Maybe some time passed. I don't know.
I held a rock and then my FC mate showed up and kicked some douche's head in.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I managed to click some buttons quickly enough.
I think I was clicking them too fast. I think that was the problem. So you reached out to Ledibus at the last, and his heart was moved. You have to beat the shit out of him, sure. I'm not sure I did the right thing, and it changed nothing. I only did as you asked. Wait, what do you mean? I'm not sure I did the right thing. I think... What else could we have done?
You could have, like, gone out for pizza.
That's true. Perhaps he did.
No,
Perhaps he did
coffee
not.
biscuits.
Of
I
course.
Say. But the most important thing is this. Though violence proved unavoidable, you did at least come to understand your foe. And in knowing his hopes and dreams, we best remember him, and him and his legacy. So as long as they remain unforgotten, the love that he and his brethren bore for one another, and the star may yet be rewarded. That's a nice thing to say. You said that an ancient came to your aid, but how is that possible? It was Emmett, apparently.
Yes.
A gift from Emmett Salk. He knew of Elidibus's plight. Foreseeing his own death, he made provisions to bring Elidibus's suffering to an end, lest his friend be left to struggle. When did he do that?
In the past.
But he died before he knew that, though. Right?
No, in the past.
What do you mean the past?
You know what the Assassins are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slug people.
Slug people?
Eternal people, right?
Did you just say
Ancient.
slug people?
No, cloak people, not slug people.
I said slug.
Oh.
I heard you said slug people.
I said
Yeah.
cloak people.
I'm
said
pretty sure you, I'm
You've
pretty
been
sure
to
you
the
said
real
slug
fake
people.
version of where they used to live that Emmett made.
Yeah.
They obviously lived and knew each other before then.
Oh, okay, I see. I think I understand now. Also, I wildly speculate it is unlikely we'll ever know the truth. The best we can do is to remember events as they happened, no more and no less. As Ronkin so rightly put it, history is learned, not lived. Ah, there you all are. Who's this? Lena? Oh, no, it's not good. I don't need that heartbreak right now. My friend, we were given to understand Fowl was injured. Should his Fowl not be abed? Lie down at a time like this. Don't be absurd. I would have come sooner had the guard not made such a fuss. Now, tell us what happened. Well, I'm not explaining it again.
Not a single fucking line. This is bullshit. Anyway.
I'm gonna.
Be calm, Lynchy. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, Lynchy.
Fine.
see.
I just.
Did I actually explain it all again? Is Lena gonna appear and I got to do it the third time?
Yep.
Digbar, will you show me his bit, Vessel? Sure. It's glowing too, yeah, so I'm guessing his mind and soul are inside of here now. Yes, both his soul and memory seem intact. Good. Unlike the others, his aether was not highly charged, and so it did not seem necessary to employ a familiar for the imbuing, but I needed to be certain all the same. Oh, what a relief. But we can't just put him in a guy who's trapped inside a crystal tower. He's also alive and has memories. It'll be like killing him, basically. Then Tisber questioned of restoring his soul into the flesh. And as Fowl did this lately tell me, the success of this process rested on no more than our friend's soul recognizing his flesh as its own. Given his apparent desire to return to the source of Zigbar, one would think his soul be only too happy to be home, no? Surely it wouldn't balk at the relative newness of his accommodations. So one would hope, but none can speak for the Exarch's heart of hearts, and he can no longer speak for himself. Furthermore, though I have drawn upon all of my non-inconsiderable experience to predict the outcome, the fact remains that there is no direct okay, can't say that word apparently. Precedent, there we go, for what we are attempting. Will his body accept his soul? Will his essence blend properly? Will he awaken whole of mind? Find out next time in Final Fantasy 14! No. Any number of things could go awry. You're kind of shit if he just died like that, so no. Assuming I succeeded in tempering your expectations, I should probably add that I did ask the Exarch if he still wished to return to Source, in full knowledge of the risks. A simple enough question, one would think, warranting a simple wordless reply, yet the answer I received was rather longer than that, almost comically so, in fact. Regardless, out of respect for the man, I shall attempt to recite it, with a certain amount of poetic license. Ahem. No. He does not want to come back. As I grew older, the burdens I carried became ever more numerous, burdens which weighed upon my hopes, burying them deep within my breast, so deep that I couldn't be certain that they were still there. When I look around me, I am reminded that no matter how deeply buried they may be, our hopes they never truly disappear. No, they are always with us, guiding us and driving us. I see it in Vorfrey, who sought to vindicate his existence by creating his paradise. Oh, sure. I see it in Vankia, who forsook... Oh yeah, that character. I see it in the people who chose to struggle rather than surrender to despair. And though our struggles may differ greatly, since the very beginning of time they have all shared that one common thread, hope. We struggle because we have hope, and when the time comes I too will embrace mine. I will follow my heart regardless of the risks. And I will live with all my being, as befits one who has been granted a second chance. I mean, like I said, if you don't do that, Alice will kill you, so... There, I told you it was long, and unspeakably sentiment to boot. One would think that the outpouring of a dewy-eyed boy, not the old man the Exarch seems to believe he is. I mean, really, he scarcely began being alive as long as I've been hiding. I dare say he is blushing in this vessel. I don't know if that's how that works. Speaking of which, we should make for our journey. Time remains of the essence after all.
It's like our Pokemon consciously think we want for their Pokemon, right?
Yeah. Needless to say, once we leave, the piano's going ham in the background right now, by the way. There is no guarantee that we can return. If anyone has unfinished business, now is the time to see to it. Well, luckily I don't have to do that because I can just travel between worlds, but you guys will. I must pay a visit to Silver Bow. Let us reconvene here anon. Oh no. Oh, I just thought what might happen. Oh. We're gonna have to go to all of them and then take them back one by one and just get hit by emotional roller coaster after emotional roller coaster. I'm not ready for that.
I'm sure Lunchy remembers.
Yeah,
I did to get some flowers for Minvilia.
I did take a day off before doing that.
I'm doing it now. A fine suggestion. Lead on. You didn't do your long bow this time, have you, young Jay? Well, it's back to Yormore for me. Amongst other things, I owed a mayor an apology about his airship. Oh yeah, it got shot down, didn't it? Or it got dragooned down. I assume you have places of your own to be, Alice. I will see you later.
I got jumped down.
Yeah, you got jumped down. That's the one. Okay. I feel the opportunity to conduct a final inspection of spare vessel given my state and will As you probably guessed, I'm going to pay a visit to the inn at Journey's Head, but I want you to come too. I realise you don't need to say any farewells. Well, fuck you! I might have some farewells to say! No! Well, the XIV does if only a spare, so I thought you might bring him along, so to speak. I will, but I also want to say goodbye to some of my good friends. I'm sure he'd love to thought of being lugged about on his hero's back. Let's be off, shall we? I can't wait to see how Halrick's doing. Might be better now, actually. Okay, what is this a piss up in the brewery thing? Oh, it's the dwarf quest, I think. Right. Hey. There he is. I was afraid if he'd wandered off again. Oh, there's no need to worry. Halrick's safe and well. He's been showing good progress and likes to go for walks of late. The way he steps usually brings him to this particular spot. That is true, ain't she? Oh, I wasn't aware he had family here. He doesn't. It's Tesleen. Her sword, that is. Oh. We buried it here in our honour. So he remembers. What brings you back so soon, out of interest? I don't think the next round of achievements is due yet. No, it isn't. Look, I realise it's sudden, but I've come to say goodbye. It's time for me to return home. Rest assured, the treatments will continue. Beckluck will come to oversee them in my stead. I see. You did mention that you and your friends were searching for a way home. Needless to say, I'll be sorry to see you go, but I know everyone will be happy for you, truly. Happy and grateful, you've done so much for us, achieved what none of us dared hope was possible. And we'll see to it that your good work continues, that no more poor souls are buried here before their time. So rest easy and take care. Wish you every happiness. Thank you, I will miss you all. But it isn't time to say our farewells quite yet. If there any tasks that need doing, hunting beasts, fetching water and what have you, just say the word. I mean, to make use of every last moment here after all. Oh, the time left to you is precious. recovered. Well, not yet, but he's getting there. That's right, Howick. Exactly right. Those words will guide you true, so never forget them. And neither will I. Words to stand by. It's a shame she won't see him completely healed, but I think it's more poetic that way. It makes her more of a hero, I think. Take care. What? I'm not crying. I just have sand in my eyes, that's all. I don't think that's how that works, Alice. As I mentioned, I meant to stay here as long as possible. In the meantime, perhaps you can go and look on the others. Alpha, for instance. If anyone is crying, it will be him. Oh.
Oh, Alpha, no.
Oh, no. They'll be back. They'll find a way to come back. This isn't the last time they're seeing them. I don't know. Time travel.
Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes.
The thought of never seeing you again is more than my poor heart can bear.
Aww. It's like, there's nothing I can do, to be honest.
Oh, it's you. As you can see, Alphino has broken the news. I don't know how to console her. She thinks we'll be lost without him.
You're certainly well loved. A picture paints 1,000 words. Make sure you leave nothing unsaid. I like that one.
You'll never let me forget it, will you? I'll have you know I completed the promised painting in the end. Be that as it may, there are times only words will suffice. Lady Chai, I have a confession to make.
You tell him you're not an artist?
On the day we ousted Lord Vorthree, when I revealed the truth of his tyranny and your complicity in his crimes, I did so with great trepidation. Not out of fear that you wouldn't listen, but that you might never recover. There was a time when I too, in my hubris, believed myself worthy to lord it over others. And when the lie was laid bare, when I was forced to confront the cost, the lives lost, it all but destroyed me. To awaken from a naive dream to so harsh a reality, I would have understood had you all surrendered to despair.
Yet they did not.
But you didn't surrender. Far from it. You picked yourselves up and rose to the challenge. You found a path forward and the strength to walk it, and to keep walking it, day after day.
Good character out for Alphino.
But what struck me is how much faster you found it than I did.
Really? That felt pretty slow to me. But rest assured, we'll make Yulmore into a nation anyone would be proud to call home. Eventually. You can still come and go as you please, I believe. When we have good tidings to report, I may trouble you to be their bearer.
Ah, good. I'll just be a trouble sorter, I guess. Trouble solver.
There may also be less than good tidings, in which event I hope I can trouble you for your counsel.
I should be honored to provide it, Master Chai.
Oh no, you better get a death hug. Oh no, never mind.
No. I know you aren't one to sit still, but do remember to take your ease from time to time. And no matter where you are, remember that there are people here who are praying for your health and happiness.
That's so nice and
Our
wholesome.
brave and gentle artist. You have our love, now and always.
Oh.
And you mine. Please take care.
It's close. Now that was emotionally draining, that one was. Oh. Okay, what's next? I don't think the Youngji want to be too sad. Oh no, but no, I'm not saying goodbye to Theo, am I? Because I'll be back here. It's not as often. Strange feelings acquired, standing in the company of our friends, knowing I will never see them again. Took a week reconciled into my head. But this I know, I shall cherish my memories of Northrend of every soul I met here for the rest of my days. And I shall look forward to your tales of their endeavours. His business is completed, Alf now turns his attention to yours. Full guard am I to see you safe and well. Rumours spoke of strange spectral foes bent on your destruction. But of the sky returned normal, I assume all is well again. So to what do I owe the pleasure of this trial? Or is it, I mean, crystal that I believe to have belonged to my birth obedience. What the fuck was that?
That was Maelstrom.
Get my drink ready.
Surprise can.
Where's my popcorn?
I don't know if there's more in this, right? I feel like the big stuff has already happened.
Enjoy this.
Got a crystal. What?
Is that Ardbert's crystal?
Yeah, don't ask how I got it. Well, actually, I didn't kill him, so I can just say.
So it is. It has changed, but I would know it anywhere. However, did you come by it?
I've got to explain it again. Okay, here we go.
Then, even in death, his enemies found a way to profit from his sacrifice. Oh, it grieves me to think of his body being used for evil ends.
Well, on the plus side, it can't. I don't think they can do anything else to you know, ruin Ardbert's reputation.
But, thanks to you, his honor is restored. And he may finally find peace.
How are we going to explain that to people? It's like, well, he came back, but then he died again. Like, we can't say that he was a letterbox. No one will understand.
Can express my gratitude. I will keep this crystal safe to the end of my days. Rest easy, my friend. You have earned it.
It's a very sad scene. I don't know why it's popcorn though. Tell me, does anything strike you as different about my soul? It's your eyes. Let's be more ominous about it.
Pardon? Very well.
Leg it. Run away. I think we're about to show them that Ardbert soul's inside of us. Yeah! I like that.
Oh, how can this be?
Seto, my old friend. You've grown.
Oh, Ardbert, how I've missed you.
Yay! Very happy. It's like entire head is bigger than him, though.
Keep you safe, or even console you. Had I only learned to speak sooner, I would have told you how much you meant to me, how much I cared.
I knew. I always knew. But I'm happy to hear it nonetheless. Thank you, Seto. My partner in crime.
See you, I enjoy.
I see. His journey continues.
So I can just do this? I can like bring Arbert's soul
Then
out? Okay.
I will not yet bid him rest. With you, he may look forward to many more adventures.
Yeah, it's like watching the back, like watching a TV show. We're just watching the person do it. Get some popcorn. Enjoy Endwalker.
It has been a while since last I flew. Perhaps I too will go on a little adventure. Ride the winds, seek the horizon. Yes, I think perhaps I will.
Sounds like a plan. Or we're looking at. Oh, we're gonna go back there? Okay, we'll just ride back from here, why not? And talk about what just happened. Good old Arbut, putting on the old heartstrings, as he does.
I think out of all the stuff, like, post Shadowbringers, that's the one that surprised me the most, how much it kicked my ass emotionally. I was like, that's not okay. It's making me think back about my pets.
It's like saying goodbye to your pet or something. Except in this case, the pet got like massive. Right.
Yeah, I had a similar reaction to you when I was thinking about like where we have to go or whatever. I was like, your Orion won't be that bad. And then they were like, hold my beer. I was like, oh no. Oh, please.
Please, no. Now, assuming Fowl intends to continue Fightor, why does suggest Liverbower's fine next destination? Oh. After tidying up one's abode is seldom light work, yet I suspect his shoulder is heavier than most. Suffice, she basically got a whole home in Liverbower, which is gonna make it suck. So here we go. Time for sadness. And then, oh, I forgot about Reed and Vadgrid. That's gonna be even worse. Oh no. I forgot about that. Well, let's do this first. Oh, what is this? Have you come to spy on me? No. Does Youngjae truly think me so slovenly? Nerve. Loath as I am to disappoint, I put my affairs in order some time ago. I've even bade my farewells. To everyone save Runar, that is. He's nowhere to be seen. I don't think he's going to handle your disappearance very well, or your goodbye. How close he is to you. As a fellow friend. Friendo. Oh, hug time.
Master Matoya. For too long, I have remained silent, but no longer. I could not bear it if you were to leave. Please, stay. I beg of you.
Can't stay. She'll die, I think, if she stays. It's like the link will just sever. Even if she wanted to. Oh.
Runar, please.
I jest. At least in part. What I came to say is this.
Hey, funny. We'll be sad.
Thank you. Without your wisdom, your strength, and your kindness to guide us, our people would still be lost. We will never forget you, Master Matoya. Wherever your journeys may take you, you will always be in our hearts.
Doesn't help they're playing the Master Matoya theme in the background.
And you in mine. Remember that your people's journey, that our people's journey is yet ongoing. Your lives will change, and so too will your dreams. Yet come what may, you need not forsake your time-honored traditions, nor less your beliefs. But neither should you be beholden to them. For it was with curiosity and courage that the Knights Blessed first triumphed over adversity. New knowledge and new wisdom are ever worthy of pursuit.
Indeed they are. And so, until we return to the Sunless Sea, we shall endeavor to live our lives to the fullest.
That is well. But however great your strides, there may yet come a day when the challenges you face cannot be surmounted alone. On such a day...
On such a day?
No. No. Don't faint. You'll be fine. Oh, good. What's going on? I thought
you
she was
may
gonna,
call
like,
on me.
Link. Okay, that's like the best thing you can hear from your
Since
shoulder.
a means to travel between worlds exists, you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. And there remain so many mysteries here that want for solving.
Master Matoya!
Yay! Oh no.
Runehal, really?
Like, their relationship is very adorable and I enjoy them together. I'm sad that they're gonna have to split because of me. Well, not me, but goddamn science. Oh. Honestly, there's a boy in the man of a body. It's a boy in the man of a body.
What?
Yeah? You too. What is this? My bloody name day? Ah, yes, the trolley people. I see. Yes, Fankard was here, and Veen too. They said that they wanted to go to my thanks. We gave them use of the trolley, yes. That's right, the old girl's up and running again. We didn't just put her back together, mind you. No, with a little help of Master Chai. We made her faster. This guy cares way too much about trolleys. And stronger. Oh yes, the future trolleys are looking brighter than ever. Whisper it, but I reckon it must be time. Time to reach for the stars, with trolley to dwarf all trolleys.
Well, I use the term trolley because I just think of like a shopping trolley.
Yeah.
It's just like the saltery. Get hype.
Right. You know what? Trolleys can hold salt. But that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? Wait, what did he say? I wasn't paying attention. Trolleys. Yeah, good for you guys. I really care about this. Every single sentence so far had the word trolley in it.
Trolley.
Sigmar, what are you doing here by the trolley? Don't tell me the others are waiting for us. That's a relief. But anyway, we've done what we came to do, which means ready to leave. Or as ready as I'll ever be. Not deployed, but what's going on? You off somewhere? You might say we're going back to our own world. You could say that. You've literally just said what I just said, I think. So you're heading home? I'm just a simple miner and I don't know much about this world traversing business. But the young lady here, she'll be looked after, will she? I mean, she's got a friend. I'll be fine, thank you. I have a place to stay at the Crystarium and don't want it for anything. Besides which, I've already made a new friend. Her name is Gaia, and she'll always be there if I need her, just like you lot. Okay, so I'm assuming if I didn't do Eden, that wouldn't have been there. Please don't worry, I'll be fine, really. If you say so. How old is Reen, by the way?
About the same age as the twins, maybe a bit younger. It's like 15, 16.
It being a matter of life and death, I suppose you have to leave. But I, for one, would be still being torn. If the choice is mine, I'm not sure I could bear to be parted from my family. No, but it's for the best. Reen has chosen to walk her own path. He doesn't need me under her feet. Besides, I don't know why that made me laugh. I have my own responsibilities, and I wouldn't be setting a good example if I neglected them. Perhaps not. Either way, I envy you your dilemma. Well done, young lady. If there's anything you need, anything at all, you can call on us. It may surprise you, but we do more than offer you simple trolley rides. We also invest in saltery. Thank you, Magnus. Everyone.
I like that Lynch is going through 5.5 right now, so she's getting blasted on 2 sides.
Shall we then? Yep. Yes.
Yeah, the emotional
double sadness.
And
like you're getting an echo during an important story cutscene. No! Alright, let's get out of here. There's so many side quests here to do, by the way. Like, fuck. Right, we're going back to Crystarium. I think this is it. This is it, Luigi. Hey, Reen. Oh, it's you. You're probably wondering why I'm not with the others. It's just, I always knew that everyone would leave one day, and I always hoped and prayed that we would find a way to send them home, but now the time has come, I just feel lost. Lost and lonely. No! I don't want our last moments are going to be sad. I want to hold myself together just long enough to say the things I need to, but I'm not sure I can even do that. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you, yeah. Right. Thank you, Zigbar. I think we'll all feel braver with you around. Go on ahead and join the others. I'll be along after taking a few deep breaths. Okay. Oh wow, I drew my weapon there. Yeah, I hope I had a nice little tour inside of my pocket. I assume I have him here. He's on my adventure pouch, so I assume he's in my key items place. In the pocket.
That's everyone then. We've all said what we needed to.
Outside of one person.
Even as we speak, Becklug undertaketh their final inspection of our spirit vessels. When thine own preparations for the journey are complete, thou art to present thyself in the ocular.
Oh, but I can come back here, though. So I don't know why you're talking like this.
Well, you know, you might want to, like, reserve a seat somewhere when you come back. Like a restaurant.
Everyone?
Are you waiting for a delivery?
Yeah, I mean...
I want to thank you all. On behalf of the First.
Yeah.
You, and Minfilia, and the Exarch. Without each and every one of you guiding us, fighting for us, we wouldn't be standing here now. There wouldn't even be a here. And no words can express our gratitude. We still have a lot to do. Countless trials to overcome. But if it ever seems too much, I'll think of our time together. The happy moments, and the sad. I will remember it all. And it will give me the strength to carry on without you. Because you made me who I am. Minfilia. Reen.
Glad, I'm happy for her.
To honor these names and these memories, I will stand with all the people of this land and strive for a better tomorrow.
Vanquid starts tearing up. I don't think I'm going to be able to hold it. Don't do it, Vanquid, please.
Thancred,
I believe the honor of responding should rightfully be thine. I know better than most how much you've grown, and I have every confidence you'll make your people proud. Gods know I'm proud of you. I always will be. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and more.
Might we also say a few words?
Why, this is just about all of you.
I mean, we are the savers.
To see you off seemed the least we could do.
We are the savers of the first, so... sense.
You risked your all for us, fought for a realm not your own. Before you came, we had never known the beauty of the night sky. Or the joy of your company. Though it saddens us deeply to bid you farewell, it has ever been our way to send off friends with a smile.
Yep, as Horchfam would say, a better smile, better suits a hero.
Wherever your road should lead, we shall pray for your safety. And following your brave example, we shall continue to fight for the Crystarium.
As Horchfam would say.
With or without us, you've always taken good care of this city.
And then he dies.
I don't doubt for a moment you'll continue to do so.
That what happened in your playthrough, to do not allow him to say that. You didn't let him say.
No, I'm just saying that's another thing he said.
He also tried
Another
to use a
famous
shield.
quote.
I don't doubt for a moment you'll continue to do so. What am I reading? It's always voice acted.
The more resilient people we have never known.
He went, should have been a Dark Knight, they have better magic resist. And then he just...
Should have had a 100% shield.
Yeah.
As resilient and enduring as the tower that watches over you.
To the last, we did not question the Exarch about his past. It is only now, when he can no longer tell us, that we believe we know the answer. We have heard what became of him, and what is about to be attempted. All will be well. Of this we are certain. How could it be otherwise, when every soul in the Crystarium is praying for it with all their heart? And so, when our Lord awakens, I bid you give him a message.
Always do your best.
Tell him he needn't worry about us.
Oh, they'll always do their
That he
best.
need no longer hide who he truly is. That he should live his own life to the fullest. And that if he should ever find himself reminiscing on the past with a smile, we shall be smiling with him. Will you tell him this?
I don't know if I should feel bad about screenshotting all these sad people looking sad. I'm taking a picture of like a toddler in like a reality show when they're crying. What will you say? Word for word. Oh, do my best!
Always do your best.
I mean, I can't not choose that one. Literally, you might think you might hate it, but it's true.
I am
The game
sure
knows
you
it
will.
exists. I always do my best. Oh my god, that's amazing.
I dare say we have all the good wishes we can carry. Let us be on our way.
Yeah, you know, I'm like emotionally fucked right now, but let's just go back out here.
You're in the home stretch now, mate.
I'm in the end game. Oh, I'm not.
No, you're definitively
not really.
You're in the home stretch of 5.3.
Oh, I'm gonna miss this place. Even though I'm not leaving, I'm coming back. But it's like at the end of Ishgard, where I was like, I care about these people. I don't want anything bad to happen. I just call it Ishgard, a Heaven Sword. Ishgard.
I mean, yes and no, I guess. Right. It's technically correct.
At the end of Ishgard. Meanwhile, in the Imperial was upon no one in particular. No, really. Who is this man? Oh. Thank you, game, for giving me another minion, not mount. Reflections
if you
in
get
crystal.
Grahar as a mount, that would be exceptional.
I mean, I talked about it before, but man can get an Artbert mount at the end of Shadowbringers to just ride him around.
Gives you a piggyback.
Yeah. A heart laid bare, Reen appears to be at peace again. Final quest, I think, Reflections in Crystal. Well, I suppose it's time. Are you ready to take bar? Alright, let's not keep the others waiting. Here we go. Is this door different? I don't remember it looking like this. It's got a blue hue to it.
Boo hoo!
Boo hoo! Ah, Master Sigbar, I have but this moment shown your associates in. Strange to think that I not have the honour of showing them out again. But I am informed that you yourself may yet return. I look forward to welcoming you on a happy day. Now, if you would care to follow me, making us care about the Gatekeeper too. How dare you, game? My favourite character. Right, here we go then. Angelo here. See, I was thinking they would call it Tesleen, but Angelo also works, I guess. Don't know what else reference to.
Fancy 8 reverence.
That'd be it then. We're gonna have like Ishtar in the pocket in a second.
Renoa's dog in front of the tea.
Ah, there you are. I take it you're ready for the journey. The spirit vessels are primed and our company complete. A word for you, we shall begin. Ba-bum! Several cutscenes of plain series!
Oh boy. Here we go.
Very good, I shall distribute the vessels at once. Here we go. Usually this means there's going to be like an instance now in between this, so I'm assuming there's going to be something like along those lines. Unless it's going to be literally 40 minutes of cutscenes.
All right then. Pray proceed as instructed, beginning with your memories.
Yeah, make sure you remember who you are. You don't want to come out as Alice, and you don't want to come out as Alpha now.
I wouldn't be averse to coming out as your Sterile though.
No, neither would I actually. While this happens, I'm going to try and eat my curly fries as silently as possible.
Every time you do a stream of Final Fantasy 14, you seem to be eating like a pie or a hot dog.
I always stream it when I have tea, and I have no other time to do it, so...
And all appeareth to be in order.
It was also like 4 hours, so...
Well, that just leaves our souls then. We're in your hands, Angelo.
Hands? You mean like tiny appendages that could be hands? Angela's like, I've been an Ashen the entire time! And it just kills them all.
He's the secret final trial Shadowbringers.
He's the final boss of Endwalker. We all thought it was Tataru, but this is Tataru's pet. That's how summoning has gotten this powerful.
Yeah, that's the next challenge in 5.4 is to go and kill Angelo, Giant Angelo.
I hereby entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure to guard them well.
Right, he wants to go to Gold Saucer. I think we could cheat our friends to some gambling before we bring them back to their bodies. No.
This will work, won't it?
Well, if it doesn't, they're dead.
Our theories have held thus far. But I make no promises about what is to come. Even the greatest mages in history knew better than to transport a soul across the rift. We, my dear, are in
Oh shit.
Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possibilities. And it is in such circumstances that accidents are wont to occur.
Accidents. Yeah, you know, I would call it that. Not like
Yet
a colossal loss of life.
miracles do happen. So let us pray and will our friends.
I mean, a colossal loss of life can still be an accident.
You know what's gonna happen? Fankrid's gonna be like, I've had my character right now, so now I can die in the transfer to the Rift. That's what's gonna happen to our boy. Part work complete.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
All safely stowed away? I do hope so.
What have we got in our pocket? Some loose materia. We've got a lot of coffee biscuits. Nah, they'll be fine.
All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
A few swords and dungeon loot. Some slime, some jelly. I think I have some waffles in there too, so they might get a little bit sticky when they come out. Goodbye first. I hope we see you again. I mean, we are. I'm doing Eden after this, but well, not now, but sometime in the future. Oh, she's so sad. I've got a delivery of 6 souls. Or 5 souls. Actually 6. It's 6, isn't it? Talking about. Just make sure you put the souls into the right bodies, okay? Otherwise we're in trouble. You don't want Alice waking up inside of Alphino's body. That she would kill us. She'd become a primal and destroy the rising stones. Are they like name tags? How do we know which one's which?
Can you not tell the difference between Alizé and Alphino?
Well, can you like sense them inside of the crystals? Is that it? I mean, the better question is how are we meant to sense Thancred? He has no Aether. Is that why he's so good at stealth? Because he has no Aether, so people can't just see him using that. I haven't had that revelation just now. It's working. Hopefully it is. Fingers crossed. When was the last time they were here? Like 4.4 with Thancred, right? Fuck. Almost an entire expansion ago.
Did it? Are we?
I'm very happy right now. Well, to Tara, you were gone like 2 weeks, I think. But for them, they were gone 5 years.
You're back. You're all back.
So, question: Is Thancred now 5 years younger again?
Physically, yes. Mentally, no.
Oh.
Yeah, his body didn't change.
Thank you.
Nice.
My body feels like a sack of potatoes, but otherwise, I've never felt better.
Yeah, I assume Tatari would have had to give you like massages, otherwise your bodies would have gone through like some mortis
That
right now.
said, I doubt any of us will be fit to travel for some while. Maybe
Wait, hold
leave
on a
the
second.
rest to you.
Be loud right now.
The vessel beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
It's the first thing you thought of, really, whether or not Jotaro is giving you a massage.
What do you mean? Well, no, well, yeah.
But you've only just got here.
The thing is, it's like your body. If it stays like that for too long, it does. It gets really stiff, and it can actually like your limbs won't actually work
Tataru,
properly. So they have to
might I
massage you,
trouble you
otherwise.
to brew us all a pot of your special
There are
tea?
more immediate issues with not having your soul attached to your body, such as not being able to drink water or intake food.
And we
Well,
may require an extra cup.
That's
But
true.
they're a bigger issue than your
You can
limbs.
only eat food by your nostrils instead of your mouth. Your whole biology changes. But what happened? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, for fuck's sake! I was too busy thinking about like the Tari massages and.
Don't
Yours
say
is a
that.
long road, my friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining.
Yeah, but you're killing the old good guard here, mate.
With your
No.
every step,
Yeah.
these grand
No.
adventures shall grow
Why
more
not?
distant and faint.
Oh, he's already moved his soul.
Has he?
And there may come a day
Well,
when
who do you
forget
think was in the-
faces and voices
in
of
the
those
first?
you have met
Grahan
along
too?
the way.
Oh.
On that day, I bid you remember this.
Think about that.
That no matter how far your
It's
journey may
the
take
timeline,
you,
wasn't it?
you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there.
This Vaha hasn't given his soul yet.
Even if he did, does it
For
matter?
in times of hardship,
I mean, for this
when
Vaha,
you
yeah.
fear you cannot go on,
This Raha is currently like
the
locked
joy
in
you have known,
stasis or whatever in
the
Crystal
pain
Tower that
you have felt,
can't do anything.
the
I guess it
prayers
is
you have
only his
whispered and
soul
answered,
and his mind.
they shall ever be your strength and your
Wait, no.
comfort.
This is mine too. I don't know. It's complicated. Oh, remember Circus Tower and how boring it is? Oh, that's not boring.
You always go straight to Circus Tower instead of Crystal Tower.
It's because what it's called.
Well, Circus Tower is part of Crystal Tower. The whole thing
Well,
is Crystal
this
Tower.
part here is Circus
This I
Tower.
hope. I believe.
Alright, what's going on? Why am I being locked
Here
inside?
at memory's end.
I'm fine with this, I guess. Instance? Oh no, some days later. my god, eat an Archon loaf. Or Chilean loaf. Oh, so that's what that's from!
What is it, Jose? Are you alright? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight. But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
What's that? Wait, what? How did I get the stuff back? Oh, did I take it back with me, maybe? I went back then, got it for them. Look at them. Look at this card lord. Love it.
No less impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself,
Ah,
Tataru.
okay, that's how we made them. I don't think you needed to. I think you could have like taken them with us for a call.
To give credit where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams. They gave me all the information I needed to get the details just right. For your weapons, though, I needed a lot more help. Thankfully, our favourite heads of state were happy to place their finest craftsmen at my exclusive disposal. Oh, and speaking of the Alliance leaders, they all expressed their unreserved elation at your safe return and promise to come and see you in person as soon as they can.
Yeah, Ian.
They really needn't have gone
Bon.
to such trouble. But we'll be keeping these gifts all the same. Do pass on our gratitude.
You saved the whole world.
Alizé is such a mood.
I don't blame her. Alice is just me after beating 5.3.
I realise we haven't taken up new martial arts, nor have I ever been one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
He's like, I haven't had a cat in like in 5 minutes.
I quite understand. But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will come.
It's amazing. Where am I?
If I expend any more ether, I swear I will blink out of existence. I need a bite to eat.
What's happening? Why you got A for? Chilean loaf.
Oh,
my god, that like Vok noise.
Tataru,
Christ's sake.
please, if you would be so kind, and something sweet.
He's preparing for a mastermind plan in a second.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state, may I assume that the ward hath been restored?
Indeed. We succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit with a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance. It is no cause for concern, though. The tower is not easily reached, never mind breached.
Boy.
And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape my notice.
Yay! He's young too.
Said duty thus discharged, thou art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee.
Yeah, he's not part of the Crystal Tower anymore, right? So he can just go anywhere.
Hast thou perchance come to a decision? The offer remaineth open.
Wait,
It's
what?
gotta be pretty wild
Well, if you're certain
being
that's
his
what you-
actual age.
I mean, if you think
I mean, he kind of abandoned the Grahatia, like Monica, like after the stuff transpired at the 8th Umbrella, so I guess he's kind of like, he can finally be young again. You better call yourself Grahatia, by the way. Not Crystal Exarch anymore, you're your own person. Ears. Cat ears.
Right.
Look at him! He's even got the little,
I accept. Henceforth,
tattoos
I shall
too.
count myself a scion of the seventh dawn.
Better.
Grahatia, at your service. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld.
There we go. Now you're our best bud. You can
But
come and drink tea of
like
us.
a fool, seeking to pluck the
And
stars
now
from the
you
heavens,
finally have access
my every
to
attempt to reprise their
my favorite
deeds fell
scion.
short.
He really is great, isn't he?
Help! Somebody help!
Oh, we couldn't have gone 5 seconds without some shit going down.
Don't worry, Azazel down for shit right now.
I think you're happy because we got another tank now.
Hippogriffs! Hippogriffs on the rampage! A giant flock of them! Please, we need help!
Oh, Alistair's like, yes, finally!
I could do with a little rampage myself.
What? Now wait, just a...
Rampage! Yeah, Linktree. Look at her go!
Here we go again.
She knows she doesn't take 4 damage anyway, so it's fine. This is very good. What's that? Bullets! Yeah!
I will join the fray when I finished my tea.
Thus did the Avatar of Destruction descend, and in her wake leave naught but tears and ash.
Oh, I love this so much. Oh. If this is what we're gonna have in Endwalker, I am not
And
ready
then-
for this.
One day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me.
I feel like this whole cutscene just sort of
It's so
puts on a
good.
pedestal and really highlights how much like character growth we've had.
I mean, since Stormblood, there. Oh, fuck, 5.3. Why are you so good? No. Leave 5.3 alone. I'm happy with it ending here.
So it was that a new adventure began.
Oh, what? You mean Xenos is alive? We knew Xenos was alive. Wait, is this Xenos? He's got his friend. Asking. Wait, that's not. Wait, hold on. If Edemus is dead, who the fuck is this other person then?
The memory of a dying world's end. Night after night. And I thought it but a tired old dream.
I still think I recognize his voice.
Say. I knew that securing the palace would provide your radiance with depressingly little sport, but that you should fall asleep out of boredom.
That's the Patch's voice. Ah!
Splendid. Truly splendid. And my own preparations, you will be pleased to hear, proceed apace.
I don't know if it is or not. I don't know if it's confirmed. I don't want to say if it is, but
Oh, yes. They proceed very well indeed. Frighteningly so. And we owe it not least of all to this singularly useful body I chanced to find.
oh. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
With the Populares now all but destroyed, it will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertions that I met with a grisly end. And as the very much alive Lord of House Brutus, I have a vast fortune.
Oh my
at
god,
my
I think he's
disposal.
emote.
Ah, money, 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 the great motivator. There is simply no better way to move men and expedite plans than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree? But wait, were we not acquainted, you and I?
Who is you? Is it Asari? Well, I think it is. It is. I think.
Should our familiarity cause you distress, I beg your forgiveness.
How? When? He was stabbed, double impaled.
What did you say your name was?
Oh, a dagger through my heart! That my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled, to live unrecognized, to die forgotten. Oh. So it goes. Whatever this flesh may have been before, it serves only as a vessel now. And I, faithful Fandaniel, labor only to
Fandaniel?
advance my lord's.
But there's only 3 Asians. We killed all 3 of them, right?
There's 3
Three unsundered Asian.
With the palace in our hands,
Oh.
we may now proceed with the next phase of the plan. But how very odd. Despite all our havoc wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to appear. Dare I hope that the last of the unsundered is gone?
Hmm.
Imagine it! Bound no more by the shackles of mouldering
Yeah, I was gonna
memories,
say,
but
I think the unsundered might be even more dangerous than the sundered
to
ones.
live for the moment.
Or the sundered
the way
ones.
around.
Yeah, the other way around, yeah.
Well, the unsundered.
They have memories of the past.
Your radiance. But give the word, and I shall go forth and prepare for you your hunting ground.
You know their motivations is quite clear. With him, you don't.
That which awaited
That's what
was
makes
a
them a little
foul
bit
beast.
scarier. Admittedly.
Ferocious, ravenous, remorseless.
Do as you will.
I think it also is kind of cool they've isolated like the threat to just one single thing now. Like before, there were multiple plot lines going on with multiple villains.
Too long, my
And now
friend.
it's just this.
And insufferably dull in your absence. When you return to me, you will share everything. Every blow will be a story unto itself. Every triumph, every kill.
Like it's gun sword.
Rest assured, we shall have a fitting stage for our reunion. Oh yes, to reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze. And we shall dance before the pyre.
Sounds like fun. And also sounds like Endwalker.
The
Well, there we go.
beast shall kindle the flames of the apocalypse.
Oh, I just noticed all the corpses in that room. I saw some of them, but I didn't think it was as full of
Shall
them.
the hero set forth for the final chapter in the tale of this star.
Final chapter? You mean the final walk? The end, Walker? Oh. That was all cutscenes, by the way. There was no instances there.
You are now entering the prep for the finale.
There he is, our boy.
We're setting the stage for the final chapter in the tale of the star.
Ah, you're back. Tell me, Zigbar, do you think I was excessively familiar earlier in my tone and mannerism? I thought it better to be familiar than former, if we are to be comrades, but now I worry that I may have detracted from the gratitude and respect I harbour for everyone. Perhaps we might consider it a nod to my regrettably less than humble beginnings. Yes, that will do. Being free to live as one pleases not without its challenges. In a way, it was easier than I had a mission that consumed me every waking moment, provided me with a focus and a constant push in a singular direction. By the way, was casting spells always so draining? I had quite forgotten what I was like to do without a tower, and rather rarely felt so exhausted or hungry. Yeah, when all I do was bend the bow, I'll be limited use to you on your adventure, so I shall persevere. Whoever I might have been, I am now a scion, and an inexperienced scion at that. A green initiate, eager to learn how best to contribute to the course. And we might follow in his footsteps with his inspiration. Indeed.
We go back to the house, to your room flower.
Be done. It's now available as a trust companion. What do you mean? What do you mean it's available as a trust companion? Where?
Switch to the avatar system. Switch to the. Go back to the trust.
Yeah, you don't want the story one. You want the other.
Now switch.
Not duty support. Trust.
Oh.
No. Trust.
Where
Go
is
trust.
this? Oh.
Go trust. There you go.
You mean all rounder? You can be any of them?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So I don't know if you've done any of this yet, but the way the trust works are they're all level 71, and you have to level them.
Oh. Oh, right. Well, I think that's 5.3.
Go back to your room flower.
What, in Imperium?
In the FC, yeah.
Oh, we're done.
You are. You've completed 5.3.
That was so good.
It's
now
fucking exceptional. It is probably the best patch they've ever done.
Yeah, honestly. Like, I like 3.3 a lot, but that just kept going and going and going.
There you go.
Yeah, I got my seat nice and warmed up for me. I'll eat a sandwich. Yay! Okay, well, for the recording, I'm going to do like a little outro here. Hope you enjoyed 5.3. I'll be back Saturday to do Friday to do 5.4, and then I think I'm gonna try and get it all done on Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna stream the end of Shadowbringers. I usually do, to be fair, so I might. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I enjoyed, and I'll be back for that. Goodbye.